The next time you travel on a Singapore airline, you may just get more leeway to use your mobile phones and e-readers, including during takeoff and landing. The Civil Aviation Authority of Singapore, or CAAS, has amended regulations to allow local carriers to expand passenger use of electronic devices.
Flipping through magazines during takeoff or landing? Imagine using your tablet instead. Well, under new regulations, that could become a reality on more local airlines soon. The move is in line with recent changes made by leading aviation authorities.
We have done a bit of safety review to say that I think there's opportunity to allow them to use it, and yet at the same time we maintain the kind of level of safety that we would want to maintain as a regulator.
The extent of use will differ for different devices. Unintentionally transmitting devices like electronic games, radio receivers and cameras were previously not allowed to be used during taxi-out and takeoff, but are now allowed on approved airlines. Usage when cruising above 10,000 feet will also continue. As for landing, while usage was not allowed in the past, is now permitted on approved airlines.
These same rules will also apply to transmitting devices with their transmitting function switched off. So take, for example, my mobile phone, which is a transmitting device. I would have to switch it to airplane mode if I wish to use it throughout the flight.
Other transmitting devices include tablets and wireless-enabled gadgets. However, their usage in active mode will still be disallowed during taxi-out and takeoff, but permitted on approved airlines when cruising above 10,000 feet. Usage in active mode will also continue to be disallowed during landing. So far, Singapore Airlines is the only local carrier granted approval and has implemented the changes.
Our cabin crew announcements will be updated with the relevant information, and our crew will, of course, they've all been trained to know what is allowed and what isn't, so they'll go around the cabin, and if something is not being complied with, they'll very politely ask the customer to ensure that they are following the rules.
Budget airline Scoot welcomes the move, adding it's awaiting approval from authorities. Travellers are also happy.
As a business traveller, I think it's good because we are on the move. It helps us save time and we can get our work done.
During landing is good because their ears get muffled, so if they can play with their electronics toys, they get distracted. So it eases the discomfort.
Other jurisdictions that have implemented such practices include the US, Europe and Korea.